Minute with Mary. In this video, I'm going to be applying some spray foundation just to kind of start to get in the routine for our upcoming family Disney vacation, and I'm also getting ready to head on over to an acupuncture appointment. So if you've never done acupuncture or you want to know more about it, stay tuned as I'm going to kind of walk you through it. But nonetheless, I need to have some long-lasting makeup for, when we go to Disney, because that's going to be long days, hot, humid, all that good stuff going on. So I'm going to start prepping my skin and kind of figuring out the makeup routine that I want for the days that we're at the park. So this is going to be utilizing my spray foundation, which if you have not tried it and you're someone who's in the market for a more full coverage foundation, but you hate the feel of like thick, heavy makeup, this is going to be your jam. I feel like I'm a little down. Do I look a little down on your camera? I want to make sure that I am a-okay. We're trying a new setup here in the Larson household, and it is always an adventure. So we're going to see how this goes. All right. Feel free to put a hashtag hello lovely. And if you are joining on the replay, you can also do a hashtag replay. Hi, Melanie. How are you? Great to see you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Love seeing your face. I am just going to throw my hair back temporarily, just the top part of my hair, so it doesn't get stuck in anything. And as I said, I am also going to be going to acupuncture in a little bit. So I'm going to be making this nice and quick, which will give you a more authentic feel. Now, granted, everything I do here when I do live takes me longer because I'm talking through the process, of course. I'm going to take off my eye masks. These are going to be a must-have. I'm definitely bringing my eye masks with me on our vacation as we're going to be having long days. I'm hoping that we can go to bed early as we're hoping to go to the parks early. Starting off, I'm going to actually use my Prime and Set Mist on my face before I apply my face primer. When you do a Prime and Set Mist, it's going to really increase the longevity. So the more you prime your face with good skincare and all that great stuff that you need, you also want to make sure that you're utilizing primers to fill in the fine lines and pores. And if you're looking for super long lasting stuff, I'm telling you, my Prime and Set Mist at minutewithmary.com is going to be your best friend. You're going to see me use this product several times today. This is like my new holy grail of things that I love to use. I am going to also use my mattifying primer. I'm someone who tends to err on the dry side, particularly this time of year, but we're going to a humid environment. The other thing that I like about the mattifying primer is I find it has exceptional grip. So now that that Prime and Set Mist has really dried nice and quickly, I'm going to take some of that mattifying primer, and this blurs out your fine lines and pores. I actually have some friends who just wear some mattifying primer, put a little bit of maybe setting powder on top, and it's their natural skin, their natural coloring, all that kind of stuff comes through, except their fine lines and large pores are no longer being seen because this product fills it in. So if you don't like the look of your pores, I'm telling you, mattifying primer is going to be where it's at. All right, so we've got that going on. Now your primer does need to sit on your face for several, at least like 3 to 5 minutes to make a difference for your makeup. If you just go on in and you start adding on your foundation and your concealer, it's just going to actually mix the products together and not do it due diligence. It's not going to do what it needs to do. You need to think of your primer almost as pothole filler, and it needs to set. It needs to set so that way you get the results that you want. So that again was my mattifying primer. I do like to go on at this point and kind of do my eyes and get that area of my face raring to go while the rest of my face sets. And I am also going to go in with a little bit of my Hottie Lip Plumper. Hi, Debbie. How are you? Feel free to put hashtag hello lovely so I can see if your comments work. This Hottie Lip Plumper brings up my lips so I don't have those lip wrinkles. So if you are someone who you just feel like your lips are looking a little folded, a little wrinkly, this is going to really help perk that up without making you look like you have duck lips. I am not here for the duck lips. So when it comes to brightening around my eyes, I've tried a couple of different things. I often use my Skin Perfecting Concealer that has skincare inside of it, so it's got caffeine inside of it, but my under eye bags aren't too bad right now. I'm actually quite pleased with them. So I wanted to just share with you another tip in case you have more fine lines and wrinkles underneath your eyes than you would like to have, and it's causing an issue. I forgot my eye cream. Oh well, normally I'd apply eye cream, but we're just gonna miss it today. I am first gonna take my collagen, so if you have collagen, cheers, we'll do our little collagen shots together. This is gonna help boost the collagen production in your body. I personally take it in like 2 to 3 sips and gulps. It is a citrusy, kind of peachy taste to it. Reminds me a lot of like a fruit gusher or some kind of thing like that. So I am gonna be going to acupuncture. And I'm doing acupuncture, of course, for all of my long COVID issues that I have going on. And I love my acupuncture place. It is just, it's so wild. So if you've never done acupuncture, the size of the needles they use is pretty much the size of a hair. Really, really small. I personally have a phobia of needles and IVs and all that kind of stuff. So when I tell people I do acupuncture and they know about my fear, they're like, you do acupuncture? Yes, because it's very, very different. So you go in and you meet with the acupunk, and they talk with you about what you're feeling, what you want to be working on, and then they come up with a plan to help you get better. And you can work on multiple things at the same time. Let me just finish this off. So good. So and then you do need to go repetitively. It's not like a one and done kind of thing. You do need to go several times so that it can work. So I'm working on, of course, kind of my jaw issues. I just have a lot of like ear issues, temple issues, all from this wonderful situation that I'm going through. But they also put it in my head, in my hands, in my feet, on my legs, on my arms. So it's pretty important that you wear clothes that you can kind of have that flexibility around for. Okay, so I talked before I keep chatting about acupuncture. Normally I use my Skin Perfecting Concealer because of the skincare benefits, but I wanted to share with you another option. If you're someone who has issues with creping under your eyes, you can actually take my spray foundation in a lighter shade than your skin and use that with a blending bud and pounce it onto your skin, and it's going to be really, really long lasting, hard gripping, and very light, very not a thick consistency, a very thin consistency. So I'm going to share with you how I do this. Hi Rachel, how are you? All right, let's see. I'm gonna go in, which color do I want to do for my under eyes to kind of brighten things up? You want to do a lighter shade when you're doing that. We'll just go with the lightest. We're going to see how it is. I do have some self tanner on right now, so I'm kind of playing around with which foundations are going to match me best. Got to shake it up. And this is why, hi Jennifer, this is why I wanted to start kind of practicing my vacation makeup looks, because I need to see what color my skin is right now. When you use self tanner, it is obviously like not your normal foundation color, and sometimes it kind of even changes the undertone to what you'd be doing normally. So this is the shade Scarlet. This is one of the light, oh no, this is Eyelet. I was wondering, I'm like, wow, that actually is more matching my skin. All right, let's go to town and do Scarlet. There we go. There we go. Let's brighten this sucker. Okay, now you can see the difference. So this is a damp little blending sponge, and the spray foundation dries really, really quickly, so it's not going to be having those creasing problems. And because it is a thin consistency, it's like air light, it is not going to have, it's not going to give you kind of those clumping, creasing issues that some people might have. So I'm just kind of lightly pouncing it, working in very, very small areas to brighten on the inner corner. And I personally like to brighten my eyelid because I have discoloration. I've got like darkness and freckles and veins and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just taking it and lightly pouncing it, and you can even kind of bring it up a little bit here if you'd like, and anywhere else you'd like. So that just kind of got rid of some of the discoloration. Even though I used the wrong color at first, it's getting the job done. Hi Denise, how are you? Rachel says, how am I doing? How am I feeling? Today I'm doing all right. All right, now we can see the difference now that I went in just with the light color. So I'm gonna have to touch up. So that's the color that is more matching my skin. And this is, if I applied the right color first, this is what it would look like as a brightening. So I'm using, once again, the spray foundation. So I'm going to acupuncture, and we're going to be working on, all of the ick that's been going on in my body. I am slightly, nervous about how I'm going to do with our upcoming vacation, but I'm being positive about it. I'm definitely keeping a positive attitude, and we did choose to extend our trip. We were going to be going for 5 days, and now we're actually gone for 8 days. I'm going to go in for a little bit more of that brightening so they match each other. So taking that spray foundation right on this little blending bud, great thing for you to do if you're having issues with concealer creasing, is to actually try the spray foundation as your concealer, just as another option. So now we're going to be traveling on Tuesday the 4th, and then going to the Hollywood Studios on Wednesday. So we're going to do all the kind of Star Wars stuff and all the fun things there. I've never been to Hollywood Studios before. I've only been to the Magic Kingdom one day in Florida. So this is a whole new experience. Right, so I did just my eyes, and now I'm going to go in with a little bit of eyeshadow just to kind of add a little dimension. I'm using Ornate, which is one of my favorite liquid eyeshadow shades. It is a bronzy brown, fantastic for this time of year. And let's get a brush. Do I have a brush? Did I bring my brushes, friends? I better work quick because this too dries quickly. Here's a fun little tip. If you have a powder concealer brush, you can use the concealer end for your eyeshadows. So this is going to be a brush that I bring with me traveling to do, so it's perfect that I'm using it now, to use for your eyeshadows as well as your concealer. You just want to clean it in between. But finding kind of dual purpose brushes is going to be a game changer for you when you travel. So the cool thing with these eyeshadows is that if they have a bit of a metallic finish to it, as you blend them out, you can see they mattify. So I love to use these eyeshadows because depending upon how much of the product you use in one area, how saturated it is, will create a different look. Like that color now created this gorgeous kind of grayish brown shade that I can use as a transition shade. So yeah, so we're going to the Star Wars area and all that the Hollywood Studios entails on Wednesday for a full day. Then on is that Wednesday? Yeah, then on Thursday, we're going to be going to the Magic Kingdom to start the day. So this will be our first time in the Magic Kingdom with the kids. And we have what's called a park hopper, so you can actually visit multiple parks in a day. So anytime after 2 p.m. we can go visit one of the other parks. And on that day, we're going to go visit Epcot. I've also never been to Epcot. So we're going to go to Epcot on Thursday night. It was suggested that we go on Thursday rather than Friday, as I guess it's the Food and Wine Festival, and a lot of the Floridian locals, that's where they just go for the weekend. So if we were going there Friday night, it was going to be really crowded. Now I'm going to go in and just take a little bit more of that product. You can see what it looks like when it's really saturated. I'm just going to kind of deepen up that outer corner, keeping an eye on the time so I'm not late for my acupuncture. Love it. Just a little dot. You guys see how easy this is. On the lighter shades of the liquid shadows, you can even just use your fingers. It's so easy. So by blending it, I am making it not reflective. I'm making it not really that metallic finish, but still deepening up that outer corner. And now I'm going to do it saturated on the inner portion of my lid so you can see what it looks like reflected. Let's see. Oh, I've got plans. I've got tips. Let's see. Deanna says, plan for humidity. Exactly. So that is why I'm like, I need to practice different makeup than I need right here in Rhode Island right now, because it's going to be hot and it's going to be humid. So this is what it looks like saturated. Isn't that wild that it's the same shade? Now what I'm going to do is take that same brush and I'm just going to lightly kind of pounce it around the edges so that it blends out. You never want to have harsh edges unless you're on purpose, making like a cut crease. But what this is going to do is it's going to allow that metallic finish to stay on the portion of the lid that I want without it looking like this. So always blend. Blending is going to be your best friend. So then, so Thursday we're going to do Epcot in the afternoon and evening, and we're going to eat in Epcot. I already pre-booked dining reservations. for dinner every single night. And then Friday, I'm just gonna let this dry for a hot second because I do have hooded eyelids. So if I open them too quickly, since it's saturated, it's just gonna stamp on my eyes, and I don't want that. Melanie says, we did Disney for 9 days and it was the best vacation ever. Our son was 6 at the time and totally worth it. Yay! Oh, that makes me happy. Rachel says the Star Wars is going to blow Blake's head doors off. Blow his doors off. I love it. Oh, thanks, Denise, my little daintier kind of lightning bolts. Right, so this is my eyeshadow look. Super easy, not complicated, just one eyeshadow. It's that shade Ornate once again. And now now that my primer is set, I get to go in with the spray foundation and get this party started. This is going to be a trial and error, friends, because I don't know what color I am. And you can see, it's getting a little blurry, but you can see that my chest and neck is darker than my face because I wash my face twice a day. So the self tanner washes off my face quicker. When we are matching your face makeup, your foundation, you want it so that it seamlessly kind of goes into this area. So sometimes people have darker faces and lighter necks and décolletages, and we're gonna do a lighter foundation. Because I'm self tanning, I wanna be matching more here. So let's find out which shade I am. Woohoo! All right, I'm first gonna start with what I think it is, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it goes. Ah, I think I did it. So this is the spray foundation, really, really light. I am gonna blend a little bit into my ears since I don't really put that much fake tanner on my ears. Oh my gosh, I did it! First shot. Woo! It's like I do this for a living or something. In case you're wondering, this is called the shade Chiffon. So Melanie, if you're still watching, this will be your fake tanner shade most likely. If you, your summertime, if you do ever do a fake tan. Because I know that we are colorful twins. So I'm going to just pat it. You want to work in small areas when you work with the spray foundation since it does dry quickly. It dries quickly, it's super, super light, and you just kind of stipple with your brush like this. We have not already planned out our outfits, Rachel, and I'm doing that currently, but if you have suggestions, I would love some advice. I think we're just going to be doing a lot of t-shirts that are character themed. My hope was that maybe we could do like one, family vacation t-shirt, but I think we might be too short on time. So Blake and I are realizing this is our first like big family trip. We did take the kids on a cruise, but when you're on a cruise, you really don't have to plan much. So this is our first one that we actually have to plan. You could see the discoloration, my freckles, my blotchiness to my skin, and then what the spray foundation does. And if you have areas that are still shining through, you can just add a little extra. But I'm telling you, it feels like there's no makeup on this side of my face. It lasts incredibly long. If you're looking for more fuller coverage, feather light, spray foundation is the way to go. Just comment color match or send me a message, as I am doing color matches today after acupuncture. The first place you apply the makeup is where you're going to get the most coverage. Look at that. Like, isn't that bananas? And by stippling it, this little pressing that I'm doing, it really just kind of melds it into my skin. So yeah, we're gonna wear like Star Wars t-shirts for the Hollywood Studios Day, for the Star Wars Day. So nothing like costumey, just t-shirts that we already have. We obviously have a lot of Star Wars t-shirts. And then on Thursday, we're gonna be at the Magic Kingdom and Epcot. So I have to figure that one out a little bit. And, Felicity has any like Frozen stuff, she might wear it there because I know Anna and Elsa and Frozen stuff is in Epcot. And then on, let's see, Friday, we will do Magic Kingdom to start the day, and then Park Hopper to the Animal Kingdom. Never been there. And this was all because we extended our trip. When we originally were having a shorter trip, it was really just going to be Magic Kingdom, and that was it. And then when we decided to extend it, it allowed us to have this flexibility where we can do this park hopper, and by going to the Magic Kingdom multiple times, we're not going to feel super rushed or that we're missing out on anything. A large part of why we're doing the park hopper and having these options is because of the not so spooky Halloween party that they do in the Magic Kingdom. It made it so that way actually they close the park early and you have to spend like over $100 on another ticket to go to the nighttime thing at the Magic Kingdom. We're not here for that situation. My kids do not need to be staying up late. They'll just be crabby for days. So we are not doing the Halloween stuff. But But Saturday night is the only night that they will have the fireworks while we are there. So we just figured, all right, let's go to the other parks since we're going to be essentially kicked out of the Magic Kingdom early. Let's go somewhere else. All right, so this is the spray foundation. It already feels fabulous. As I was saying earlier, I'm going to be using this Prime and Set mist multiple times because this is what's going to lock in my makeup for the humidity. Because it's a light mist, it does not add weight and it dries really, really quickly. This is locking it in. If you have texture, if you've got a lot of pores, fine lines, when you spray it, you can take a damp blending bud and just pounce it. And this is going to seal the makeup and really lay it flat and onto your skin. So everyone doesn't have to do this, but if you find that your makeup looks cakey, if you find that it doesn't sit well on your skin, even if it's just in certain areas, or if you have fine lines, this is a great tip for you, is that after you apply that foundation, and even just like in between different steps, you apply that setting spray and just lightly pounce a damp blending bud. So it's just pressing that setting spray, and what that's going to do is it's going to tell the makeup, don't move. This is your home. Be one with the skin. Don't be cakey. Don't be crazy. So I do it around my smile lines. My chin sometimes gets a little funky. I put it up here where I have my forehead wrinkles, and I sometimes do it right here where I have my crow's feet. Awesome. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So I'm going to lightly set this makeup with some powder to add some more longevity, and because I know it's going to be humid, you do not have to do this. Obviously, the makeup is looking totally fine the way it is. I'm taking a lighter shade for the more upper part of my face where I want it to be a little bit more highlighted. And I'm also going to put it underneath my cheekbone to add a little bit of dimension. So this is kind of like that highlighting and contouring, but I'm not taking concealer, I'm not taking a lighter big time foundation. I'm actually just using my powders. So I go underneath this cheekbone with a bit lighter of a shade and over here. And then I'm going to set the other stuff with like the blush and bronzer, if that helps. Ride the Dwarf Coaster, says Melanie. Yay. Denise, love the Animal Kingdom. Oh, tell me why you love it, Denise, because I've never been to the Animal Kingdom, so I just don't really know what to expect. Hi, Tara Noel, how are you? Rachel says it's going to be such an incredible, magical trip for you guys. That's what I think. That's what I think. So I'm really, really excited. All right, now I'm going to set and add a little bit of contour with the shade Light in my matte bronzer. Let's do this. So here's how I'm going to contour. We've got our cheekbone right here. You can see the indentation of where it starts to get shadowy. Do not apply it already where you see that shadow. You want to apply it a little bit higher. Okay, this is going to help lift your face. And I am not going to be able to fully finish this video as I need to get going to acupuncture. And my acupunk won't care that I don't have mascara on or anything like that. But what I care about is really having this base face down so I can see how I like it, see how, if it's what I want for my trip. So you can see I went more in this upper portion and I'm bringing it up into the hairline. Melanie says the Lion King show at Animal Kingdom is amazing. Awesome. I'm going to definitely have to check that out. Hi Sheila, how are you? So when you're doing a bit of a contouring, it's adding dimension. It can help slim your face. It can add that dimension back. Whenever you do more of a fuller coverage foundation, like what I have on today, if you're trying to get rid of, you know, those age spots, freckles, discoloration, you want to add some dimension back. So what you can think of is a 3 or E. So around the hairline, underneath that cheekbone, underneath your jawbone, that's going to help get rid of little remnants of a second chin. I actually bring it behind my ear because I'm self-tanning and I don't always get around my ears as well as I want to. And I kind of bring it down right here. That's going to actually like help slim my neck, depending upon what you're wearing. If you're wearing a turtleneck, obviously you don't want to do that. But if you're in real life, it makes a big difference. So you can see how that looks. And it just adds, I don't know, it just accentuates that cheekbone. So I will check out the Lion King show. Thank you for telling me, because I felt like I was pretty well established for what to do at the Magic Kingdom, and now that we're doing all this other stuff and it's a shorter time period, I don't know what's good, what's not. And then after Saturday, so Saturday we spend the entire day at the Magic Kingdom, and we do the fireworks show and all that jazz. On Sunday, my daughter is performing at Raglan Road, which is an Irish restaurant in, I think, Disney Springs. I guess that's what it's called. Once again, I've never done this before, so I don't know what it is, but she's performing with her Irish step dancing troupe, and that is the reason that we're going down to Disney, is for her performance. So she's going to have spent all those days at the park, and then she gets to perform. It's not a competition, so, because otherwise I would have like shifted everything very differently, but it's just a cute performance. She is one of the youngest dancers. They have to be at least 7. No, the youngest they can be is 7. So she is one of the youngest ones, as she is a mere 7 right now. And I'm going to use Surreal, which is a mauve shade blush. Love this for the fall. So we're not doing any parks on Sunday. That is just like chill out, sleep, adjust. But we are going to be moving to a different hotel because that is our time. That's like how we're ending Disney. And then we go to Universal. And on Monday at Universal, we have breakfast scheduled. We bought like this Wizarding World of Harry Potter package for Universal Studios. So we're staying at a Universal Studios hotel. And I actually overlapped. I booked hotels, 2 of them, for Sunday, so that way we can rest and relax and we're not being rushed out. It does sound like, why would you spend double money? Because it's easier for my family. Like, I want my family to be able to swim in the pools and not be rushed. If checkout in one is 11 a.m. and my daughter's performing at 2, and then check-in at another is 3, I just wanted us to be able to rest and do what we needed to do, and then mosey our way on over to Universal. So I'm really, really excited because we are having breakfast at the Leaky Cauldron on Monday, and then breakfast at the 3 Broomsticks on Tuesday. It was like this whole Wizarding World package. So we're going to be doing some Harry Potter outfits on Monday, and then on Tuesday, my husband Blake and my daughter might wear more Harry Potter stuff, but my son and I are going to dress for Jurassic Park. So another fandom that we both love. So this, my friends, is more of my base face. You can see that gorgeous color I was telling you about called Surreal. It's got more of a plum shade to it. If you find that the lines are too structured, you can just take a fluffy brush like this one and just kind of sweep it over as long as it's clean. And that will kind of blend those 2 things together. At this point, when I'm in Florida, I will take that Prime and Set mist again. Because it's a mist, it's super light, locking in this layer. This mist is a game changer. If you have long-lasting needs, if you're going to a wedding, if you just find that you're in a humid environment, if you're going to be on roller coasters with the wind banging all around, the Prime and Set mist in between different layers of your makeup, I swear to you, is going to be a game changer. And if you do have that textured skin, you just take that damp blending bud and you press that in, and it is going to lay so perfectly. It's going to look like you have like a social media filter on your face. It really makes such a difference. Oh, thanks, Bailey. So excited too. Thank you, Melanie. So I'm going to let you all go so I can head on over to acupuncture. I'm super excited. And then we fly home. We have like a 6 a.m. flight on Wednesday. And we land in Rhode Island at 8:15. And we're sending our kids to school. They're going to hate us. But now that we have extended our trip, we're already taking them out of school for 5 days, and I haven't told the teachers yet. I'm going to tell them today. I'm not expecting them to give us their work. I know that is like a hard ask of schools, and schools really don't like when you take kids out of school during school days. But I would prefer them to have like one less day out of school. And, we land so early. We land at 8:15. If they need to come home after school and go right to sleep, then that's what they'll do. But at least we'll go to school for that day. Blake and I will probably nap. But I'm like, let's just do it. Let's just do it. We leave on Tuesday the 4th. So a week from today. So that's why I'm just going to practice different things of my base face makeup and other makeup. And I'm going to go to acupuncture now. But I hope you all have a great day. Thank you so much. If you need color matching help, if you want to check out any of these products, my complexion sale, so all this base face that you just saw, this is all on sale only through the month of September. I do it only twice a year. I want you to stock up on your favorites. If you have only one of your makeup, I'm telling you, you want to always have a backup. always have a backup. Supply chain issues are bananas, particularly as we like move into the, 6th season. So if you don't have your backup of any of your products, I don't care if you buy them at Minute with Mary or not, if you use your products regularly, I promise you, I'm not like I'm not telling you it's definitely happening with my company, but it has happened in the past. And as we go into the winter seasons, the lighter shades do start to sell out because people lose their tans, people's colors change. So stock up while it's on sale. That's the advice I can give you after 5 years in this business. I want to tell you, like, always make sure you've got your backup for your favorite items. And I will talk with you soon. Thanks so much for hanging out with me on this